So there are three annotations we have. So point, mark, and area. So there are three annotations we have. So annotations basically, so when suppose you wanted to display, so point annotations means only the measure. So whatever the measures you place, sum of sales, sum of profit, sum of quantity, and it is not only the specified data point. So wherever you drag and put your mark, wherever you drag and put your point, so that particular point, what is the value, x and y coordinates, it will display, right? So the mark, it will add your dimensions as well. So whatever there in your marks in the row shows, it will be showing along with that. So and the area is, suppose if it is a densely populated or it is not much populated, you wanted to highlight that area and show and provide your inferences, comments on that. So you can mark a particular area and share your own comments. There will not be any measures or dimensions will be there. So let us see one by one. Right. So suppose I have this order date and my projection is for 48 months and there is a sale, right? So you know each and every month what is the value, right? So here it is 13, 946, 4811 and 55. So you know every month in this 48 months, every month you know. So somewhere you wanted to see here what is the value. So you cannot see this because it will show this or it will show this. So in between, so what is the value of this? What is the value of this? Or somewhere here, what is the value of this? So that and all you cannot able to display here. So now suppose here, so this is having this 80k. So here, so what is this? This is 80k, right? Those things you can display using this annotations. So right click on this. So you can see there is an annotation. Annotate, mark, point, and area. So there are three annotations we have. So if I take mark, it shows month and sum of sales. If I take point, you can see here point, so it will show you so the particular month. So, but suppose if I am slicing this with a region, so then I go here and take this annotate mark. So it again shows region, month and sales. Same I go here to this annotate of point. So it will not show the mark, only the column and row and the column shells it will show. That is the difference between mark and point. So the point will not show the marks, whatever there in the marks. So whatever there in your row column shells, it will be displayed, right? So it will be displayed. So the marks, it will display along with the whatever there in your marks. So the mark, whatever there in the marks, it will not be shown. So here, suppose I add a annotate point. So it is there. So now you can drag and keep it anywhere. So it is shown here. So when I display, so it is showing for this month. So you can see here this month. So this is your September, August, September, right? September, this point it is 81, but you see my point is here. So I can show here also. It will show this particular point, right? So now, so I can move, suppose somewhere here. So then automatically you see this, the month is changed and what is this particular point, what is the value? So that would be shown. So I'll be showing the another place, like, so you can take this point and you double click on this. You can go here, take this and place it somewhere here. So it shows November month what is the sale value. So like this, during the demo, so your chart is displayed with your trend chart or any of your charts. So if you have your point annotations, so you can move here and there, and the respective place, what was your measure and what was your dimension will be displayed. So this is the use of your point annotation. And goes to the mark. Suppose, so I have this category and subcategory, and let me take this sales. So here, and I will have this region in the color. Fine. So now this pane, I go here and take this mark. So category is there, subcategory is there, region is there, sales is there. So it will display the region, central, and this. So now when I go here, so again this you can move it. This you can move it. So this is the place. The category is furniture, and region is central, and the subcategory is, this is charts. You can see this. What is the sale value? So then, so you can move from here to here. Right. You can move from this. So it says furniture, central, chairs, and region is central. Blue color, right? So I am moving here. Right. So suppose I move here. So right click, annotate, mark. So it's here. So it is showing this, find us, and what is this color? East, region is east, and it is showing subcategory. So now you can see here, this will not be changed to that particular point. So you can individually not show any of the point. So wherever you are displaying, that particular value will be displayed. So the point you cannot change here and there. Marks we cannot change here and there. The designing, whatever you are given, that particular point will be shown. Okay. So you cannot change here and there. So this one you can move wherever you wanted, you can place it, right? So this is the difference between the mark and the point. The basic difference, whatever there in the mark will not be displayed in the point, only displayed in the mark. But the point you can adjust and keep it anywhere, and that particular point, what is your measure and what is your dimension, it will display. So this is the two specific differences between the point and the mark annotations. And similarly, when it comes to the area, suppose I go for scatter plot. So I take this sales, I take this profit, and I take this customer name. So here I am seeing densely populated. So here, so the right click and take this area annotation. So I keep like this. So I am taking here. So this particular area I wanted to display. You can see here, this will be displayed. But this color I wanted to change. So right click on this format. So here in this format, you are seeing this color. So you change the colors. So if you change the color, this is there shown. So this area you can provide your inferences 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. right? So you can say that this is having good sales, and the profit also is good. So you wanted to provide your differences, but the color slightly you wanted to reduce. So then you can reduce the transparency. You can reduce the transparency, but still it will show the differences of the background. You can see this. So still I wanted to reduce means you can go here and reduce this transparency. Any color you can add. So not only this, suppose I wanted to add this and reduce this transparency, and you can provide your inferences. You can give the customers having good sales and profit. That's all. Right? So you can see that display. So the customer having good sales and profit. So this is a area. So any particular area you wanted to find, provide your comments not with the measures or with the dimensions, then you can use the area annotation. Most probably this area annotation would be used in case of scatter plot and in the trend. So normally we'll be using the point. So because the 52-week like this trends are there, so any particular day you wanted to see what was the measure value, then you will be moving that point, that particular place, so you can see the value. Because it is, if you are having a 52-week and shrink based on the entire view, you can see the high and low. But in between any of the months, any of the particular days transaction you wanted, so take the point over there, automatically it will display the value. And the mark, so the particular value, so the high or the low you wanted to display with your measure with along with your marks, so you can use that mark annotation. And the area annotation, without any measures, just you wanted to pass out your comments on providing the on highlighting the particular area. For example, there is a scheme being introduced throughout the country, so by the government, and each and every state the initiative has been so going on. So and the government spent some of the amount, and the percentage of completion for the particular scheme, so in each and every state. So but some states, so there are good improvements, and some states they were lacking. So you wanted to highlight that particular state, or in urban areas it is very good, but in the rural areas still it is yet to start, or it is going in the slower pace. So that and all you need to highlight in your map, in your chart, so you can do that. Right? This is the use of your annotation. And similarly, there is a drop line we have here. So suppose for example here the drop line, if I introduce the drop line, so there is a drop line. So this is not like your reference line or average line or trend line. This is nowhere related with it. This is purely drop line. So what it will do? So drop line. So whichever the point you click here, so it will show what is the x-axis and y-axis. So this 2012, and what is the value? So you wanted to display that. Right click on this, edit the drop line. It will say x-axis and y-axis. And you wanted the labels. So if label is not there, you can click on this. So here and there the label will be displayed. And drop when only selected or always. So this one, it will show the value. You can see here. This is December 2011, and your year is this. So suppose I bring here. So it says December 2013 and my value. So now if I come here, so it says September 2014 and 90. So and I come here, so it says 27309, and if I come here, so this is your April 2014. So this kind of drop lines you can add. So this is only when selected. What will happen if it is always? So everywhere it will be showing. So everywhere it will be showing like this, right? So this is when you have a less trend. So that time you can use it. Otherwise, the drop line we can use it frequently only when selected. So wherever you have, so you can go here and select this. So what is this? November and 82, and this is April and 40122. So this is how we can display this drop line also. Apart from the annotations, So in the trend, you wanted to have your that particular projections, but it will show the breakup only. It will not show in between something else is there. It will not show the breakup in the sense if it is going with the quarter or week. So I have 52 weeks projection. So somewhere if you are going that particular nearby week, either if you are placing in between 49 and 50, so more closer to 49, it will show 49. What is the measure? More closer to the 51, then it will show 51, and what is the measure of this? So that way it will display. Okay. So these are all is used when you are going for an entire week. So the same thing, I go here and week number. So and I have this as an entire week. So then I wanted to display here. So it says May 2013, and when I come here, so you see here. This. So this is September 7, 2014, and the value is 18951. And I come here. This one I don't know point. So it is November 23, 2014, and the value is 23. So now I come here. So this is June 12, 2011, and the value is 5493. So for this reason, your drop line will be used. Okay. So the next one is the cyclic fields I explained to you. So now we will have this accommodation in your dashboard of your sheets. So the dashboard is a placeholder for your sheet, right? So either you can have one sheet, two sheet, three sheet, maximum you can have four sheets in a dashboard. So this one you see here, the next to the sheet is the dashboard. When I click on this, you can see all the sheets available here, 1, 2, 3. And so here this horizontal and vertical. So when you are dragging, so your sheet, so initially it occupies like this. So whether you are a desktop user, laptop user, so you can adjust accordingly. You can adjust full screen if you wanted. The dashboard will get accommodated. If you are a laptop user 800, 600, so automatically the size of the dashboard will be adjusted. Or if you wanted to see the device preview, so you are a tablet user, or if you are a phone user, so phone user will see only this much, right? So phone user will see only this is a Nokia, and so different phones that display also it will display. iPhone means this much, and iPhone 6 plus, and so all these models it will display. Or if you are a default user, so it will show here laptop browser, right? Laptop browser or A4 portrait, A4 landscape also it will display. So you can go here and see this. So if you are a A4 portrait, this way it will display, or if you are a A4 landscape, so it will display this way. So the dashboard size and the display, it will get accommodated based on your users. Suppose if you are going to deploy the dashboard for all views from the desktop, then you can select the desktop and accordingly you can view it, preview it. So how the dashboard will be seen by the user, right? So this changes you can do it here. And the next one, when I bring the sheets, so you see the shadow. So this one is horizontal placement. So either you wanted to place here, right, left side or the right side, horizontally, or vertically, top or below. So now this is above and this is below. So either you can place here above or below, or left or right. So if you place here left, so it will be accommodated like this. Or if you wanted to place this above, it can be accommodated this way, right? So automatically you can accommodate this. So the sheet, either if you are giving the name or else hide title. So the sheet, if you are giving the name or a hide title. So now the color legend will be there. The color legend, go here and I hide. So this will display this way. Right. So now these two sheets are there accommodated in this dashboard. And if you wanted the another sheet, you can bring this also here. So now I brought this. So the sheet 3, I hide this. This also I don't want. Okay. So these two sheets I accommodated here. So the format, I go reduce this. Correct. Okay, so this is how you can accommodate the sheets here. Right. That is blah. Fine. So the three sheets you accommodated here in this dashboard. So now these three sheets are enabled, blue color, right? So now you can change this name, or if you wanted to show the title, you can have it here. So this title, you can change it here, the dashboard, the customer retail dashboard. So I can give this as customer. Right. So customer retail dashboard is there. So this one you can center and you can have this. So customer retail dashboard, and I accommodated three sheets here. So here I wanted to have some images. So if you go to the images and click on this. So automatically, suppose if I bring this image and click on this, so any logo, if you wanted to have it, you can place it here, right? So you can place it here. So suppose I wanted to bring this label here. So open this. This one I go here. There is a floating we have. So this floating. So I will take this and I will place it here. So the floating I take. So this one select layout container. Right. So I can accommodate. So using this floating, the floating will be freed from the tiled, either horizontal or vertical. So if you are freeing it from the layout, so then it is a floating. So then you can position wherever you wanted, either the images, or else if you are interested, suppose sometimes the filters, you are bringing the filter as a sheet here, but I wanted to place somewhere here, not in the layout. I don't want to fix it vertical or horizontal. I wanted to place somewhere. So there you can display this. Okay. So the images, any company logo, or any backgrounds you wanted to add, you can bring that images here. Okay. So or any text, suppose that what is that, so that note they will give, right? So the note or some warning, statutory warning, or some of the indications to the dashboard or to the users, end users, they wanted to give. So there they can use it, this text also, right? Suppose I wanted to give this text, so I'll say this as note. So I wanted to place it somewhere. So this one you make it floating. So it would be freed from the layout. You can place anywhere else. So or you wanted to place it below. So you can place this below in this side or in this side also. So you can place this. So automatically when you can see this, you will be seeing here. So with the logo and your title, dashboard title, two sheets are there, three sheets are placed, and you can see this, the note, the text. So you can show that. That is the use of your text. The images can be placed anywhere else as an icon, or else any background images you can use that, and provided the text can be used. Suppose you are not having any text in your dashboard sheets, but in that particular dashboard, either the above or below, you wanted to provide some text messages, you can use that text. And the floating, suppose this is in the layout, this is, you can say this two are horizontal and this two is vertical. Now I wanted to free this, so go here, so just floating, so automatically that is free, this gets accommodated. This is freed from the layout and this gets accommodated, and you wanted to place somewhere. Suppose this one I wanted to place here. So I can place it. So just I bring this floating, automatically that gets accommodated. So if I wanted to place here, you can place. Or else, so this I wanted to place here, you can place. So accordingly it will place. Okay. So this is how the use of this floating and the tile. And the next one is, so on seeing these sheets, so this many sheets are there in this dashboard. When you are publishing this dashboard to the server, so normally you have to hide all your sheets, and what is the deliverable, that is the one we have to publish. So the deliverables, what is the viewable by the users? They are going to view only the dashboard, right? In that dashboard your sheets are accommodated, fine. But when you are publishing your dashboard, you have to go here, hide everything. So either you can hide here, or else you can go hide sheet from here. What is the difference? So when you go here and hide, so that will automatically, it will go, you see here left side below, when I hide this, that goes, and when I go hide here, that goes, and when you go hide here, that goes. So now only dashboard is there. This one straight away you can publish, right? So straight away you can publish the workbook. And so this, when you are publishing, what will happen? One minute. When you are publishing, so there are three folders are there in the server. So one is your workbooks, views and data sources and projects. Suppose you are an interceptor or the publisher or a site administrator. So what will happen? So the credentials given to you, only going to access only that particular site. Whether the workbooks you are going to access, whether you are going to publish, so to that particular site only. So then what will happen? So you can upload, publish your workbooks to the respective site. So there, how many workbooks are there? So along with this, your workbooks and go and place it. So means your dashboard TWBX will go and save it here. And in that workbook, I have two dashboards, three dashboards, or one user stories, whatever it may be. So now suppose for example two dashboards are there and six sheets are accommodated in the dashboard. So only the TWBX will be here, and the viewable is two dashboards, and all the six sheets will be placed here in the views. It will be sliced with the data and placed here. And this sources, either your TDE or the TDSX, will be placed in the data sources. So automatically it does. When you are publishing your workbook, that workbook is having the TDSX or having the TDE, and it is having six sheets and two dashboards. So hide all your six sheets and keep only the two dashboards. When you publish your workbook to the server, automatically the TWBX is placed in the workbook, and your data source, whether it is a TDE or TDSX, will be placed here, and all the sheets within the dashboard will be sliced and placed default automatically here. If you forget to hide all your sheets, so what will happen? So that twice it would be placed. So here in this workbook, all your sheets will be placed. Means all your six sheets along with your two dashboards will be placed. 8 objects you can see there. Otherwise, you can see only two dashboards there. Means one workbook, in the two dashboards you can see there. But when you are not hiding your sheets and publishing, so you can see there 8 workbooks, means individual sheets, 6 sheets and 2 dashboards will be there. So it would be a confusion for the user, because the users will be seeing your server name slash views slash your dashboard name, right? So if the individual views are there, so then they can see the individual sheet. Suppose you placed like this, you place like this, but they will see the sheet individually. They will see the sheet individually. They will see the sheet individually. And this dashboard with these three sheets they will see individually. So your architect easily they will understand whether you are experienced or not there itself. Because not only there, so it will slice the individual views and place it here in the views also. So here 8 will be there, here 6 will be there, right? So you should be very careful in that. And similarly, the vice versa, when you are working on the many maintenance dashboards, when you download your workbooks from the Tableau server, so then by default, so you are going, so your workbook will be like this. So here only one dashboard is there. So then you see this sheet 1 to 3. So now right click on this, go to sheet. So it will take me to this. So suppose something you are working on. So for example, some region I put this color. So it is there. So now when I go to this dashboard, so automatically that sheet is invisible. Means that is missing. So now again I wanted to go here and go to sheet. So this way you wanted to do. So for that, you know that I am going to work on that particular sheet. So immediately unhide and start working on this. So when you are navigating between that, still it will be staying there. So what sheet you are going to work? So that particular, sometimes only you are going to view, that's all. You are not going to work on that. So in that sheet, so the placements of your columns, fields in respective row or column or in the marks card, what is the filter they applied, just you wanted to view that. So that scenario, just go to the sheet. So just go to the sheet and you will be seeing this. That's all. So what are all the placements here? Okay. So these are all the placements are there. Fine. So now you can go back and take the another sheet, right? And take the another sheet and you are saying, okay, fine. But if you wanted to work on this, then right click on this and unhide. So then only it will be staying. Otherwise, when you go to this back, automatically the sheet will be again back to the dashboard, right? So these are all the practices we need to follow. So while placing, while deploying, publishing, you have to hide all your sheets and publish. And similarly, when you are working on the maintenance project, when you are downloading your workbook from the Tableau server, so right click on this, go to the sheets, and immediately if you are working or just viewing, leave it, fine. If you are going to work on that particular sheet, unhide and start working. Okay, so and remove from the dashboard. So this way you can able to do that. And the next one is the user stories. So user story is again the container for multiple dashboards and sheets. Suppose some sheets you don't want to place in a dashboard. So for example, this multiple parameters you have, that I don't want to mix with another sheets. That itself having a full-fledged functionality. I have 3-4 parameters being used. So that individually I wanted to display. That's all. So then in user stories, you can have multiple dashboards provided and the sheets also here. So when I go to this, so now another sheets I will make. So for example, I go to this customer name and I go to this sales. Alright, so now I create a parameter. So just top thing. So it was just integer. Fine. So this one, so what I will do, so the customer, I place it here. So in this top, by fee, this, instead of this, I use this. Fine. So this top, okay, this is one sheet. Now I come here. So I have dashboard and sheet 1. So why sheet 2 and 4 was there? It was not hidden. So now I go here. So 4, so no, not 4. So this one, I hide this sheet. And this one, 1, right? 1. I hide this sheet. So only I have 4. So when I go to this, so the dashboard and sheet 4 is there. So add a caption. So just drag here. So your dashboard is here. So you wanted to add, you can add this customer retail, retail. Fine. So now the next page you wanted to add. Click on this new blank point. Click on this. So now this is your top n customers. So now I bring this sheet here. So bring this sheet here. So now you see this, if it is 5, it will show 5. If it is 25, it will show 25. So you have two dashboards. One is a dashboard, the other one is a sheet. Right. So in this preview, you can see this customer retail, you'll be seeing this, and top end customers, you'll be seeing this. So story title you can give, or if you don't want the story title, so this you can uncheck this. Story title will not be there, and this forward and backward button is there, right? So if you have more than 3-4 completed, you can have this. So just you can drag. So like this, backward and forward. So if you have 3-4 are there accumulated, using this one by one, it will show you back and forward. So if you don't want that, you can remove the navigator. You can remove this. Only it will show the button. So for two things, only two you have no need. Only either you can see this or see this. So this in the last class I showed you that back and forward using the action script. If you are not using user stories, straight away you can use that. Right. So in this user stories, so here, this is your deliverable. Then go here, hide this. Go here and hide this. So only your story will be there. So this time what will happen when you are publishing? So automatically that TWBX is here with your user story, and the individual sheets in your dashboard, 4 sheets, will be sliced and placed it here, and your data source. So this is how your architecture will work out. Okay. So this, if you should practice well on using this, and not only here. Suppose I have only one worksheet. So one dashboard I will give you for practice. So in that they created 5 dashboards for 5 different pillars. So now for example, so you see here, now this region south is there. So now select this. So it is showing the south. Now what happened? Let me save this as new data point. So what will happen? So this one will show south, customer retail south. Right. So it will show only south. Same, I go here. So now this one. This is what? Your east. Right? Save as new data point. So now what is this? So this is customer retail east. Right? It shows east. So now I come here. So what is this? This is your west. Save as new data point. So this one is your customer retail west. So one blank point, one page, I save into 3 points. See, this is having all. So I don't want to keep individual sheets. You see here, this is west, this is east, this is south. So this automatically it will grow your sheet. Right? This will automatically grow your sheet. So this also way you can able to create the dash. Means you can create a duplicate of the dashboards, duplicate of the sheets in the in your dashboards. So sometimes what they will do, they will go slice it individual sheets. So now I have a pillar. So for example, I will show another example. you see this SPC. This is a separate sheet. Okay, and this 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And similarly 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and all facilities 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these three sheets are placed in one dashboard. For example, this SPC only one sheet, nothing else. When I go to this, so here you see this, there is no pillar is there, but individual pillars I am slicing: quality and safety, finance and growth, and service and pillar, and people and pillar. So like this I am slicing. So this is not the right way. The same, so I develop, so this way you can see this. See this replacement, right? Right. I use only 3 sheets. So 1, 2 and 3. So KPI will be this, and 24 months this trend scatter plot, and the all facilities this bullet chart. So accommodated everything. So how I will change based on the pillar. So now education and research will show education, and the people will show people, and the quality and safety will show quality and safety, and if you wanted service it will show service. So this one I select. So which you wanted to display, you can select, right? So this is how we have to display. So that it was having 15 sheets and 5 dashboards and accommodated. So in this I brought it down to 3 sheets, 1 dashboard, and the pillar I customized. I place it as a generic, so that selecting the pillar accommodating all the 3 sheets will change based on that. And when goes to the user story, so this one you can change this way also. So now CBC and pillar DB. So now they say no, this separately I wanted to show. No worries. So now for example this is a finance and growth. So I select Methodized Hospital, right? So University Hospital, Medical Center, Blackboard. So some values are showing. Fine. So this one I save as, this is a finance growth. So suppose for example the user want to see separately finance and growth. No, I don't want to see here. 5 pages, can you show that? So for that no need to go create their 15 sheets and 5 dashboards and come here. You make this generic there and save as. So this is a finance growth, save as. So finance and growth, finance and growth, and go to this. So again, so the pillar DB and CBC DB. So pillar DB, this shows all, and this is finance growth. And again, when I go to this people, so it shows people and total turn rate. So it shows people. So save as new black point. So what I will do? So here this would be people, right? So in here individually only 3 sheets and 1 dashboard is there, but in the user stories you can play around. You got my point? So as per your design, so your pillar is 5 pillars, and you have different metrics inside the pillar. So what the people will do normally, 5, so 3 sheets in 1 dashboard. So 5 dashboard, 15 sheets. Instead of that, what I am trying to say, only you are swapping your pillars accordingly the matrix, and accordingly the 3 sheets will be populated with the values. Then no need to create a 15 sheets there, because it is having, if your objects, if you are increasing more, it will slice the buffer, the SQL scripts will occupy your buffer, and it will increase your size of your dashboard, and all those things are there. It impacts your performance, everything is there. But here it is not the scenario. So I, in the user story, I slice this all DB into 5 different dashboards without creating a sheet of it, without creating a dashboard individually in my workbook. This is also one of the way you can do that, and that will be visible to the users. So that is what I am trying to. All also we can see, and individually people, and individually finance growth. So you can see this. So you can see this back, 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 and all this save new points or update and all, it will not be shown, right? So now when I go here and select this and quality and safety, so this in the preview it will not be shown, only in the designer, only in your design view it will be shown. The save as new blank point will be shown only in your designer view, not for the end users. So now this is quality and safety, save as new point. So it will be saved. So then quality and safety. Fine. So now this one, you wanted to move the order, you can move this. Suppose I wanted to move this, so you can move here. So people and finance growth and quality. Right. So now again, so I go this, so I take the another one. So service. So it is here service and overall rating and save as new blank point. So it is added now. Service. So now this one I wanted to keep it in the last. Right. So now this scenario, this is required. Backward and forward buttons is required. Otherwise no, it would be stand set. You see here. So CBC, pillar DB and people and finance and quality and your service. So if it is more, if you have a back and forward button, it would be nice. You can navigate front and forward and backward. Okay. So these are all the techniques we can use the user stories. So user stories, not only you are accommodating your dashboard and sheet, it will create, it will slice your dashboard into the different blank points, whatever you wanted. So basically, if your design is, so that's why you can plan accordingly. So from the data set perspective, so how you are compressing your data, so slicing your data, like applying the data source filter, applying the extract filters and all those things. Here also in the view presentation, so how I can slice your view presentation, individually creating the objects with the user stories. This is using your blank point, you can slice it. Right. So here basically I use 3 sheets, but you see the final output similar to this I got it. So now here I use only this, whatever the facility and metrics, and this 3. This is for education research. This is for people pillar. This is for service pillar. This is for finance growth. This is for quality and safety. So 5 dashboards I created. In that 5 dashboards, 1, 2, 3 sheets. So 3 into 5, 15 sheets I created, and 5 dashboards, and then I accommodated that in the user story. So I accommodated in the user story. So instead of that, so the next dashboard, how I created only 3 sheets, and I have one, the pillar accommodated in that, I give as a generic. So there the generic I cannot give. If you wanted to see all this, and you can give that. So if the user is convinced with that all in one dashboard, and they can just drag and adjust, they can select it from the drop down based on the pillar, they can view the metrics, and selection of the metrics they can see the data. If they are convinced with that, fine. Along with that, no, you show the generic, fine. We wanted the individual pillars in shown in one sheets. So if they say, so then no need to again rework and add the sheets. You can slice it in the user story itself, keeping only 3 sheets, keeping only one dashboard. In your user stories, you can add the blank points. So that is what, so that just the data is same, it is just slicing, that's all. It is not adding any of your objects in your server, but it is not the case there. In the views, if you go and see, 15 sheets will be there in the views, and in the dashboard workbook, one workbook and 5 dashboards will be there. But here this is not the case. Only one user story will be there, only one dashboard will be there. In the views, only 3 sheets will be there, right? So that is how this is. So this way, this will improvise the performance, and provided your size of your dashboard also will be reduced. So these techniques you need to use. Using the new blank point means you are adding the new blank point, and you can drag and drop any sheets any dashboards over there. But when you are slicing it, so it will ask, so it will ask you, so save as new point. So if you are saving that, that particular view will be saved as a page here. So it will not occupy any of the individual physical objects in your server. So in the buffer, it will be slicing. That's all. Right? So 5 pillars are there that is occupying the space, that it is sliced. That's all. Okay. So this is one of the technique you have to use. Hope you are clear with the dashboard and the user story placement. Right? In the next class, so we'll see the data blending. So whenever you go for a multiple data sources, so how you will do a blending here, because not only Tableau is a visualization tool, it is one of the best data blending tool also, so in the market. So how, what are all the practices we adopt during the data blending, so we'll see in the next class. So any questions you have?
I think that's all well